So, in the recent times, I've been trying to learn how to live without hating myself. And I've been that naturally leads to the path of introspection. So, looking into myself, right? Who I want to become and what do I like, what do I not like, stuff like that. And that kind of leads me to the path of recognizing my emotions, writing down my thoughts, understanding that feeling is important, and so on and so forth. You know, in the back of my head, I had a feeling that this approach is not for me because I'll tell you why. And it's because the whole entire reason why I'm in this rut, that I am hating myself, is because of obsessive introspection, of recognizing too much that I am in emotional pain and trying to find its source, right? And if you dig deeply enough, you eventually reach the point where the source of those emotions are from you. What this concludes into is that you are at fault for all these bad emotions. So it's your fault for feeling bad. I know this conclusion isn't drawn by everyone. Some people actually benefit a whole lot from rigorous introspection and getting what's called, or what is broadly called, a self-love. For me, it wasn't like that. For me, it was the polar opposite. Every introspection I did eventually led into blaming myself for hating or hurting my own self. And recently, I've watched this guy on YouTube, which kind of gave a very insightful talk. The title was very silly. The title of the video was "God Blesses His Most Retarded Warriors." It's very silly, and I thought he wasn't going to talk about anything silly, but that was not the case at all. I think what he was saying was very, very deep, but he worded it in a very crude manner, in a way that we kind of understand much better. And what he said was, being, I think to quote him verbatim, he says something like, get used to saying, get behind me. Get behind me, bitch. To all the negative emotions, to say, get behind me. I think I like Christianity in this sense, because you personify all these bad emotions, or these self-directed negativity, into one entity called Satan. Very, very effective tactic. You can picture Satan as this guy with the red skin, with the horn and a big nose, with a small dick, whatever, and you just hate on him intensely and just get the fuck behind me, and it is indeed a very effective approach in suppressing a negative emotion, because at the end of the day, it is true that you're feeling like that. Sometimes you're just feeling down, and you must confront it. You mustn't internalize it too much. But I think at this point in life, I'm only 24. I haven't experienced anything in my life yet, or anything worthwhile, I feel like. So I think it suffices to say to those emotions to get the fuck behind me. Instead of internalizing it and handling it as if, oh my god, it's like, there are things that you should do but you can get away with not doing, like showing up to your dealership after your minder shows up, the maintenance minder, when you're driving a car. Those kind of things. Like, there are things that you can get away with not really following. And I feel like there are some things in life that you cannot attain without those kind of mentality. And this kind of puts the nails on the coffin, you know. Just get the fuck behind me and stop distracting me from doing things I must do in my youth, okay? I have the most energy. I have the most vitality. I have the most resources to do things I want and grow as much as I want. So get the fuck behind me and stop inhibiting me from attaining these goals, bitch. Is what I learned. Very powerful message. Very macho, you know, hyper masculine kind of message. But I think it has a truth, a nugget of truth in it. And I really, really like it. Because when you can't show up to do your things you're supposed to, I think the society have come to the point where you can actually say to your supervisor, I'm not comfortable with this, or, you know, I am not emotionally available to do this, whatever. Put words into these kind of contexts and just dodge those responsibilities. But the person I want to become don't do these things. A person that I would like to become, make rooms for those things. And sneak in a room or two when your capacity is full, just so you can get everything done, right? The great achievers did not come from the place of, you know, I am unavailable, or I cannot do this right now, or I feel too anxious, or my depression, I have anxiety, whatever. Those kind of things can wait. I'm going to deal with that when I don't know, fucking 40. I don't really know when I'm gonna deal with it. But again, this comes back to the point that I've been always saying, that in order to get something very right, you have to do it very, very wrong first. And I am happy to invest my youth in doing things that are very, very wrong so I can get it very, very right when later on in my life, when I will probably be spending a lot of time on anyway, you know. It's 21st century. It's 2025 at the moment. You will probably live until you're 80. Okay? Like, okay, so like the time that you can actually like work the fuck out is about 20 to optimistically 50, right? 30 years. You have one more 30 years, like another chunk of 30 years after that you cannot do these things anymore. And you're gonna regret the things that you didn't do when you had the chance. Fuck no, bro. I'm gonna do all of them. Okay? I'm gonna do all of them. And I'm gonna regret about it later that I haven't done it. I'm gonna tell all my children and grandchildren that, you know, my grandpa was a fucking machine back in the day, bro. I was getting shit done. I don't know. I just wanted to get these words out on the record so the internet can see it. Yeah, I just thought I would record this for no reason. All right. See you around.